Well, a 19-year-old Artesia woman accused of abandoning her newborn baby in a hospital trash can will learn whether or not she stays behind bars until her trial. Alexi Treviso will appear before a judge this afternoon. Now, back in January, she went to an emergency room citing back pains. There, she learned that she was pregnant. She is then believed to have locked herself in a hospital bathroom, giving birth to a live baby boy. Now, the newborn was reportedly tied up in a trash bag and hidden underneath a bin. By the time he was later found, he had died from lack of oxygen. Treviso has been charged with first-degree murder.
Sheldon, little bootleg ass studio.
I was down on my looking to hit me a lick, ready to get into some since I was a jit. I had big dreams of getting rich. Now we leveling up in this. Take a look at my kicks. You know we stepping on toughest nigga. First one to get hit, don't make me send a blitz. My head is itching for it. Hollow to spit like a list, but wait. Whoa, now what's the motherfucking Kate deal? Welcome back to Sheldon's bootleg ass studio where you come to kick it, vibe out, and shoot this shit with Sheldon. If you hadn't already, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's go and get up into this video of today. Unfortunately, man, we have a teen accused of dumping her baby in the trash, allegedly, after she gave birth to it in the restroom at the hospital, and ultimately deleted it. Alright, so it reads, the New Mexico 19-year-old accused of dumping her recently birthed baby into a hospital trash can was released on a $100,000 bond ahead of her high school graduation. Alexi Treviso was arrested and charged with first-degree murder on May 10th after examiners classified the newborn's cause of death as a homicide. Whoo, hit that like button, man. Let me light my situation up on this one right here, man. Subscribe to the channel if you are a newcomer or if you're a returning viewer trying to decide if you fornicate with the channel. Let's go and get up into it right now.
If you ain't fucking with my nigga Sheldon, nigga, fuck you. Yeah.
Discovered a dead baby in the bathroom. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. It came out in me. I didn't know what to do. Lexi, I told you about this. I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth. Scared. Was not crying or nothing.
A 19-year-old woman who allegedly killed her newborn son by stuffing him in a hospital trash can is released from jail on $100,000 bond ahead of her high school graduation.
Like, how big is the baby?
It's full term.
What? 9 months? Nothing was crying.
Full
term. And then she looked shocked like she didn't know. You seen the baby. You seen it when it popped out. Look at her.
Ahead of her high school graduation.
Like, how big is the baby?
It's full term.
What?
Look, she over there like, yeah, you knew when you got knocked up you was pregnant a long time ago. Don't sit here and try to stunt. You 19 years old. Come on.
9 months? Nothing was crying.
Nothing was crying.
Alexi Treviso went to an Artesia, New Mexico hospital in late December complaining of severe back pain. Disturbing body camera footage from January 27 shows hospital staff speaking with officers after a newborn was found inside the bloody bathroom Treviso had just used.
The baby's dead. Okay, we have him in trauma too, but she killed the kid.
Sheesh.
The newborn baby died, and Treviso was charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. But just this week, Treviso was released from custody on $100,000 bond. Court documents show Treviso will be allowed to attend her high school graduation on May 25th. She'll be required to follow a 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. curfew, but will not have to wear an ankle monitor or be placed on house arrest.
Why? She did an egregious crime. Why is she not being put on a ankle monitor? Oh, I think it's visually obvious.
She'll also be allowed to leave the state of New Mexico and visit family in Texas unsupervised. Defense attorney Charles Ritgers tells law.
Hold on, she will be able to? She got a lot of damn privileges. She can run the fuck away.
So will be allowed to attend her high school graduation on May 25th. She'll be required to follow a 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. curfew, but will not have to wear an ankle monitor or...
So how they know she's going to be in by 7 p.m.? So the only way that they won't know is if she get caught out there, which she probably won't.
...be placed on house arrest. She'll also be allowed to leave the state of New Mexico and visit family in Texas unsupervised. Defense attorney Charles Ritgers tells Law and Crime Network those stipulations are not unusual.
I don't think that there's anything
I ain't heard of it.
surprising or unusual about it. Number one, she should be considered innocent until proven guilty, one. Number two, and more importantly, as far as deciding whether to give her a lower bond or what have you.
Hold
she's
on,
not a
man.
flight risk.
No. Yes, that's what we all say, innocent until proven guilty, but you still have to go through the whole process of the whole shit. You feel me? Especially if doing a crime like that, alleged of doing a crime like that, man, listen, they ain't finna just let you scotch-free. She may not be a flight risk, but who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not put her on an ankle monitor? She may be out past 7 one of these nights. You know what I'm saying? Be out there at 9:30 doing some shit she ain't got no business.
She's a 19-year-old girl. Unless she's an heiress to some fortune where she can flee the country or whatever, but I'm sure that the court, if that were the case, would have probably confiscated any kind of passport, which is standard. So I don't think she's a flight risk. The whole purpose of bond is to make sure that someone shows up in court. And probably $100,000 in this situation is more than adequate to make sure.
If she got money to post $100,000 bill, she got money to flee this motherfucker. Oh God.
Up in court. And probably $100,000 in this situation is more than adequate to make sure that she shows up.
Ritgers may be most known for representing Brooke Schuyler Richardson, the Ohio woman accused of murdering her newborn baby and burying her in her parents' backyard when she was 17. At trial in 2019, Richardson was found not guilty on all charges except abusing a corpse.
He finna get old girl off. That's how she was able to get all those lenient ass, those privileges. Like, basically, she ain't on no damn nothing. She ain't on no restriction. She just on a curfew. And if she get caught out there, that's the only way they gonna know.
I just wanted to say how sorry I was. I can sometimes be selfish, but I would like to think that I've become better in the knowledge that I've upset everyone and hurt so many people with what I've done. And I'm forever sorry, and I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm really, really sorry.
She's still scarred.
What apologizing to everybody else gonna do? You did what you did to your baby. And the rest of the family. But you know what I'm saying? Like, come
by the whole thing. There's no question about it. And for the longest time while the case was pending, she was locked up. And, everybody's thinking the worst of her. And it took a while, I think, for her to really trust us. And she opened up, and it was great. And it was like, it was good for her to open up and know that we were 100% behind her. There was a plea bargain offered, and she was very brave in turning it down and said, I did not kill my baby. And she did. There's no question about that.
In Richardson's case, Ritgers says expert witnesses for the defense helped secure her near complete acquittal. That, along with an inaccurate narrative that she burned her baby's corpse, he says, was perpetuated by the state.
The forensic anthropologist advised the forensic pathologist that she was wrong, that the reason she thought that the baby had been burned was because the bones were wet and dark. But upon further examination, if the bones dried out, there's no evidence of burning whatsoever. So it was just, and the state dug their heel.
That's how you get off.
That narrative, which was awful for our client because it made her look like a demon. And until we were able to present the evidence to a jury, a Warren County, by the way, Warren County, very conservative county jury, who is very pro-life. I think 9 out of our 12 members of the jury were very pro-life people. I only say that because in case your audience may think we had a liberal, who gives a damn about children. But to make a long story short, once they heard the evidence, it was science.
Mm-hmm.
That's what won the case.
Right.
In Treviso's case, Ritgers says expert witnesses will be vital. While Treviso argued she did not hear her baby crying after birth, an autopsy from the Office of the Medical Investigator showed the baby's death was not consistent with a stillbirth, finding he had air in his lungs. Ritgers says this fact will be important for the defense to consider.
She smothered it. She put her hand over it so it couldn't cry.
Depends on the science. And the number one thing that stuck out to me is the autopsy report where the pathologist claims that he or she, I don't know whether it's a he or she, found air in the baby's lungs, which they claim would indicate a live birth. It's going to depend a lot on that finding, number one.
Ritgers says Treviso's attorney should be prepared to find experts of their own.
If they're experienced trial lawyers, they probably already know that a lot of this is going to boil down to the actual path report, the autopsy. And they'll need an expert on their own to determine whether or not there really was air in the lungs.
Look at her.
That really means that the baby was born alive.
She ain't crying because of the baby. She crying because she's scared of what's going to happen to her. That's what that cry is about. Look.
An expert on their own to determine whether or not there really was air in the lungs, whether that really means that the baby was born alive. We don't know whether there was any other signs of trauma to the baby. So I don't know if our case would be that helpful, other than they do need some experts.
If Ritgers were to represent Treviso, he tells us he would begin with gathering background information.
I would want to know all the background on the young lady, whether she has any type of mental health issues, whether she's been treated that way, how she's done in school, whether she's always been well behaved, well adjusted, et cetera, et cetera. There's a ton of stuff that goes into defending this young lady. Even though she's 19 and considered an adult, she's still, she's very, very young.
Ritgers believes if Treviso receives some sort of mental health diagnosis, there's a possibility her charges could be altered.
It could be helpful in getting.
She finna be acting crazy like a motherfucker.
A reduced charge, something less than murder, like involuntary homicide or negligent homicide, something like that, which are lesser offenses and carry less time in prison.
Treviso's representing attorney has argued she should not face a murder charge, saying, quote, "This isn't a classic child abuse case." He also pointed out Treviso has no criminal record.
Well, that's a good thing. It's a good thing, but it's just one piece of the puzzle. There's a lot more to go into this than just the fact that she's never been in trouble.
But it may be the body camera video following the birth of Treviso's baby that's highlighted most in court.
In terms, I'm sorry about this, but in terms of delivering a baby and it looked like you tried to hide it, we do have to have the police involved. And nothing was crying. It came out with nothing. I know. But the baby's gonna have to be taken for autopsy and there'll be an investigation.
Treviso can be heard on the video saying she's scared.
Where did you put the baby at? Tell me the truth.
517-836-460.
That came out in the toilet bag? You put it in the bag?
Yes.
In what bag? Why did you say anything to us?
These
Do you want to get in trouble for this now? You could get in trouble for this, baby.
Mom, just give it time, okay?
She also repeatedly says the baby was not crying.
Lexi, I told you about this. I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth. It was not crying or nothing. What did you do to it?
Rickers believes this may work in Treviso's favor, as defense attorneys could argue she believed the baby was stillborn. But medical staff on the scene told investigators the baby was full term.
We did a pregnancy test on her, showed positive. She was denying that she had sex. Then she said she had to go to the bathroom. She went to the bathroom. She was in there for quite a while. We kept knocking on the door. Finally, we got her to open the door, and there was blood and shit everywhere. She was cleaning it up. So we took her back to the room, and I was afraid that she knew she was pregnant. She had done something to herself. So the doctor started doing a vaginal exam on her. We had the lady come to clean the bathroom.
This is ridiculous.
Put the baby in the trash can, and then she put another clean liner over the top of it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So when they looked in there, there was no trash in there, but it was underneath the clean bag. The baby's dead. Okay, we have him in trauma too, but she killed the kid.
Yeah. How old was the baby?
I don't know. It's full term. She just had it. She had it in the bathroom. Was what happened.
And they want to go straight to mental illness. She had good enough sense to do what she did to try to clean up her mess in order to get herself out of trouble. That's not no mental illness. That's a IQ through the roof. You feel me? Or at least someone who think they have an IQ through the roof anyway.
And then whatever she did, I don't know. She's gonna lie. She wouldn't tell us she's pregnant. She's been lying the whole time.
Okay.
So that's what's going on.
Video also shows Treviso's mother referencing a shockingly similar case in the same state.
Lexi, have you watched the news of the girls that...
So is this her mama? Because how you not notice no difference in the way that your baby, have changed? I mean, I know she probably looking at her, maybe she's just gaining weight or something like that. You a woman, like, I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comment section, is it easy to hide a pregnancy?
What they do to their babies and what they go to jail?
In New Mexico.
I mean, it might be, I guess. Yeah, I guess it is easy to just hide it. You can wear big clothes and stuff like that. But from your parents, though, this is what I mean. That's what I mean, like from your parents, though. I wouldn't know. Y'all let me know in the comment section how easy it might be.
Charges after police say she gave birth and left her newborn in a dumpster after wrapping him in garbage bags.
Just this month, 19-year-old Alexis Avelio was sentenced to 18 years in prison after surveillance video caught her throwing her newborn baby in a dumpster. The incident happened in Hobbs, New Mexico, only about an hour and a half east of Artesia.
So hold on, what? I thought she did it in the bathroom and she took the bag with her and threw it and dumped it. Wow.
In terms, I'm sorry about this, but in terms of delivering a baby and it looked like you tried to hide it, we do have to have the police involved.
So how she get here from? I'm confused. Hold on, let's back that up, y'all. Hold on, let's back it up. Did I miss something?
Oh, wow. Okay.
So when they looked in there, there was no trash in there, but it was underneath the clean bag. The baby's dead. Okay, we have him in trauma too, but she killed the kid.
Yeah. How old was the baby?
I don't know. It's full term. She just had it. She had it in the bathroom. Was what happened. And then whatever she did, I don't know. She's gonna lie. She wouldn't tell us she's pregnant. She's been lying the whole time.
Okay.
So that's what's going on.
Video also shows Treviso's mother referencing a shockingly similar case in the same state.
Lexi, have you watched the news of the girls what they do to their babies and what they go to jail?
In New Mexico, a teenager faces attempted murder charges after police say she gave birth and left her newborn in a dumpster.
Oh, that's what happened. They referencing the other video. Oh, the other story. Okay. Gotcha.
To wrapping him in garbage bags.
Just this month, 19-year-old Alexis Avelio was sentenced to 18 years in prison after surveillance.
That's why I was confused, because their names are similar. Alexis and Alexi. That's why I was confused. Her name is Alexi Treviso, the girl in our video that we watching. This girl right here is Alexis, whatever they just said.
Sheldon's video caught her throwing her newborn baby in a dumpster. The incident happened in Hobbs, New Mexico, only about an hour and a half east of Artesia.
In terms, I'm sorry about
there we
this,
go.
but in terms of delivering a baby and it looked like you tried to hide it, we do have to have the police involved.
And nothing was crying. It came out with nothing.
I know, but
She can't even answer to that she tried to hide it. She just said, nothing was crying. Nothing was nothing. Yeah, because you know you tried to hide it. You threw it in the bag. You threw the baby in the bag.
the baby's gonna have to be taken for autopsy and
We reached out to Artesia High School for more information on Treviso's upcoming graduation. The superintendent responded, quote, "I am unable to make a comment on personal student matters." Reporting for Law and Crime Network, I'm Sierra Gillespie.
Sheldon, little bootleg ass studio.
I wonder who the baby daddy was. Why she was trying to hide it so bad? Hit that like button, man. Leave me your thoughts below. This is a wild one right here, man. Sheesh. She sat there and lied. I'm speechless. I don't have much to say, man. It's a wild story right there, man. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Till next time, I'm SheldonVybez. Man, y'all to be cool like the other side of the pillow. Stay light on your toes like you're supposed. Oh, yeah.
If you ain't fucking with my nigga Sheldon, nigga, fuck you.
Oh, God.